after those moments of realization, I come to the conclusion that life is the most precious gift we have. Hey, you sleeping? Me neither. I was listening to music trying to fall asleep, but it just wasn't working at all. And then I kind of heard you were moving around, so I thought I'd pop the question. Are you sleeping? That's the most random question to ask. Imagine if you were actually sleeping. And then you'd wake up and go, no. Yeah, that'd be weird. You know what I think? I forgot what I was thinking. That's so random. One thing I was thinking for sure is that about every end of the August, I get this change in the schedule. I don't know why. And my leg itches. I need to scratch it. There. But yeah, every August or so, right when the weather is changing, I get this what would be the best way to call it? The time shifts. I mean, it kind of does shift, but it shifts into this. It shifts with me, you know? The days are becoming shorter, the weather is changing. There's that very distinct smell in the air. I can't really put my finger on it, you know, it's got to be something with the leaves, plus rain, plus the fluctuation in the temperature of the air. I don't know. It just goes, there's that very, very distinct smell. I guess you could call it nature vibes, but it's so specific. Something in the air. A little bit melancholic even. Kind of, the summer is behind us. And the end of August is that, you know, that the times will be changing, and probably because every single September is it's like the beginning of the new season, working season. I remember this so vividly, that us going back to school, going back to the study, when summer is gone finally, and we now have to giddy up and go. I mean, it sort of doesn't make any sense when you grow up, because you kind of work all year round, but still, you know, summertime is all about taking some time off work and just enjoying the weather. I mean, I get it, some parts of the world they always enjoy their weather. Down south. But I guess for people who are from north of the equator, it's more of a melancholic time of September, going back to school, and the rain, the inevitable autumn, the change of leaves into the red, bright fiery colors, slow but steady, strong change. I find it fascinating. And I specifically feel it every time. Before spring and before fall. This time, the inevitable change. I mean, I guess I'm telling myself every time to catch these moments of change. But every day, if I am able to experience that, every day blends into this one transition. And if I didn't follow that, if I didn't follow the change, I then feel bad for not catching up all those changes that are happening. It's a double-edged sword. And then the only way to really capture that change is, I don't know, maybe take pictures of it or video, or doing one of those pictures into one long video to really observe the change and fast forward. It's called timestamps. No, I can't recall what it's called. Timeshare, timestamp. No, I'm not thinking straight. It's too late, and you can't remember either. Something time. No? Something time. It is time. Time lapse. You got it. That's right. Great idea. Great idea. Great idea. Good thinking process. Yeah, and a time lapse, and then, but it's not the same, you know. Sometimes I feel like there's not enough memory in my brain to remember all the details of those changes, the smell, the leaves, which are inevitably changing. And in moments like that, I feel that life is so precious. I know for the longest time I was thinking about the Creator as others would talk about Him. I mean, over the course of time, I personally stopped thinking about the Creator as an entity, but started thinking about the creation as a process of cause and effect. As one thing morphs into the other in that process of evolution. How one species, in collaboration or in connection in that mating process, becomes a completely different one that is more environmentally resilient. But going back, I do recall thinking about the Creator. But at least right now, it seems like it's a beautiful story that is being passed from one generation to the next. And beautiful. It has its own certain sort of principles of making sure that you're good to another person. You know, thinking about it now, I can't recall anything from the Bible. Although that book is passed from one generation to the next, written, rewritten, and I have moved away from that to science, to not cause and effect, to evidence-based. And I think that in itself would help me to realize that there's no afterlife. Because no one really came back to tell us what it's like out there. No one really went, crossed completely, and came back. The only evidence we have is our brain. That's the only evidence we've got. The stories we can create, vivid, extraordinary stories. And we create them really well every day. We do it so well. Oh, we do it so well. And I guess because of that, after those moments of realization, I come to the conclusion that life is the most precious gift we have. The ability to observe and hear and feel and smell and all those things that we can do, that we're capable of doing, that we have developed evolutionary. And it's a gift, because after that there will be nothing. All those that we have lost, that have gone, all those did not come back to us. We create them in our dreams. We create them in our thoughts. We recreate them, the things they would say, the things they would do. But they're not there. Only in our minds. And because of that, I think what is now is the most precious thing ever. And that now must be cherished. Now, in this physical world that one can create inside their head. Sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? Creating the world inside our head, the complete picture consisting of information based on observations and sound waves and sensory information and through the skin and so many other things I cannot even think about or even know of. Fascinating experience of moments after moments after moments. Those moments I've talked about just ever so recently. And those moments are no longer, but the memory remains. Or those memories are created again and again. And now you know why I'm so melancholic. Now you know. It must be in the air. It must be in the air. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna try and sleep now. Maybe my gibberish, blubbering, talk about something. Maybe they got you all dozy. Maybe you're gonna fall asleep too. Yeah, I think maybe a good idea for us to go to bed. I mean, we're kind of in bed, but finally fall asleep. Just don't snore, okay? I won't snore, I promise. That's exactly why I sleep on my stomach. And somebody I know doesn't. That's right. Anyways, alright, let's go. Let's go to sleep. Gonna see you tomorrow, okay?